Hello everyone, in today's video we're gonna talk about the huge disbalance that has been created between troop units after the updates that has been made. So let me talk about a little bit details why we think so. Number one, what they changed was the skills and then some troop skills by debuffing or increasing their skills. So at the moment, cavalry that has been decreased their defense and the war machines that didn't get any buffs are mainly having big trouble, mostly against infantry type of the troops. So let's talk a little bit about it. At the moment, infantry is completely dominating type of the troops and one of the strongest type of the troops that is on a rise of the kings. Even the archers that counter them are not doing the same or the same amount of the damage as cavalry does to the archers or the infantry to the cavalry. The reason why is they have a huge amount of the defense and damage that Naya provides. So let's talk about it. In this video I took all the best heroes that are so far existing in the Rise of the Kings, so if you are agree or disagree you can leave a comments below. Number one is a Naya, and she provides 109.3 percentage attack and defense to the infantry, plus she has an additional skills summoning Siren, which provides 45.61 percentage damage, which is really good, but the problem is that she has a 40% chance on summoning the second Siren, by which she make additional 45% by total 91.22 percentage damage. And the main problem is the double damage that she provides, which is against cavalry. So one Syrian will provide 91.22 percentage and the two will provide 100 in 82.44 percentage, which is really big, insane damage. If you're gonna take the roadside with the best tank, I would say, he provides 90.76 attack and defense to the infantry type of the troops, and because of his skills, he provides additional 62.61 percentage health by decreasing 31.30 percentage shieldman's attack, which is completely useless. So with this being said, he also provides by reducing Spearman's defense additional 74.97 percentage damage, and if you're gonna count the total amount of damage, the maximum that infantry can deal to the cavalry is 257.41 percentage. This is an insane amount of the damages, and it can double most of the troops of the combined stats, and it's way too much. Even just for other units, it does give 166.19 percentage damage. This is still a lot. So for the Cavs, with one Syrian, it provides a 166.19 percentage damage, and for the other units 120.58 percentage, and this is a lot of damage, trust me. The cavalry, they have Akin and Mulan, the best heroes, and Akin provides 90.60 percentage attack. It doesn't provide any defense or health points, which is really sad and bad part of the game, because of their surveillance now really decreased just by this, because none of the heroes does provide one. They added Shieldman's defense 65.28 percentage, which is plus minus something, but still not enough. I can provide 67.45% damage, and his additional skills provides negative 50 percentage health point for the opponent. And at the same time, Mulan has a 112.86 percentage attack. She provides an additional 112.86 percentage of defense to the shieldmans, but sadly she doesn't provide any attributes to the defense and health for the cavalry. She provides 51.37 percentage damages, and her skill is making another attack, but she has a 30%, but only in 30% of the case. So if you're gonna combine cavalry total damage, it will be for all units 118.82 percentage, which is a really good damage, but compared to the infantry, this is like 2 times less, even more. So the archers, in my opinion, these types of the troops are one of the balanced and fair types of troops because tyranny that has 109.43 percentage attack and it gives 72.37 percentage defense to the archers. It also provides 70.43% health point to the shieldmen and provides 60.59 percentage damage to, damage plus. On top of that, it provides negative. It decreases infantry defense by 50.14 percentage. The next hero is a Tiakal. She provides 90.60 percentage attack. At the same time, she provides 65.28 percentage defense and health points to the shieldmen. The damage dealt is 65.15%. So if we're gonna look for the total, it will be 125.74 percentage, which is a good amount of the damage. But again, compared to the infantry, they give a huge damage, and plus compared to the defense they get the advantage. They're on a winning position. Even if the archers are their counter, it will be really hard for them to fight these two heroes. So the next type of the troops is my favorite type of the troops and mostly forgotten type of the troops is the war machines. So in this point, the war machine has been started the game as the best type of the troops, and looks like they're gonna end their career as the worst and useless type of the troops. So here's why: the Pan gives 90.61 percentage attack and a defense. This is quite good amount of this attribute. It also increased damage by 85.49 percentage for catapults plus additional skills similar to the Mulan, but it has a 40% chance for that. So the next hero is the Cho. This is completely useless type of the hero. I mean, you can say useful, but because of the damage he does and his skills that after the killing the rams or the catapults, it does additional damage by 80.71 percentage of the maximum health point to the last who attacked him. But if you're gonna look to the attributes, he's not getting anything, which makes him a little bit weak compared to other heroes that they having a huge buffs. So if you're gonna take him to the battle, it will be highly chance that you're gonna just end up losing a lot of troops. And the training a lot of troops of a high type of high level isn't quite, I would say, cheap. So the next hero is a Gadam. He provides 80.63 percentage attack and the defense. Plus, he gives around 80.17 percentage damage for the catapults, and additional skill provides decreasing defense of shieldmen, defense of mid shields by 50%. So this is a quite, I would say, hard topic because catapults at the war machines at the moment having a really hard time on fair battles just because infantry just smashing them and other troops killing them in 2 count. So if you're gonna count for all damages for total, it will be oops, my bad. For the Pan and Cho, it will be 166.2 percentage plus additional 80.71 percentage by when the war machines dies. So this is quite big amount of damage, you say, but remember, Cho doesn't give any attack or the health point attributes, which makes him really weak and useless. For all units, Pan and Gadam does give a 165.66% damage, but still Gadam has a low attack and defense. You might say or disagree with me and say, hey, Cho is really good hero, he's not useless, but let's be honest, just by damage you can do a lot of uh, kills. You're mostly gonna lose a lot of troops just because of this issue. So, uh, if you are a developer and watching this video, here's what we suggest with our team that we have been created with few of the people analyzing the game and making some changes. And thank you for the Corbin from 516 that helped on creating some of the skills and giving advice. So let's start. Number one, change Akin's attribute. Once again, Akin doesn't give now any attribute to the defense and health, which is a major problem. Just reminding you that the infantry has the pike walls that just ignores the shieldman and has a direct attack to the cavalry. And without defense and health, it's a major problem for them just because they're gonna die really quick with their low defense. So plus count this crazy damage that they deal. So it's quite not fair or balanced compared to them. So here's how you can change it. The first upgrade is just updating the stats, which is increasing defense by 93.53% and increasing attack, cavalry attack by 93.58%. At the same time, increasing the damage dealt by 80.45%, and the rest stays the same. So at this point, the goal is increasing on defense, increasing on attack, and increasing on the damage. So the reason why we come up with this idea is because it's gonna give more. It's still not gonna give control against infantry, but it will give at least some of the chance of killing more troops and make additional damage to them or to other type of the troops. So the other idea is increasing cavalry attack and defense by 90.60% and the damage deal by 65.25%. And his ultimate can be stacked. So this is a completely old type of the Akin that was before the update, and it was perfectly balanced type of the troops. So if you can't come up with any idea, please change it back to what it was. So it was still good balanced heroes and they were still losing to the infantry, but not as much as now. So the next thing is a change Mulan's attribute. As you can see, Naya has her skill on summoning second Syrian at the chance of 40%. If you're gonna look to the Pan, who has similar skill to the Mulan, but he has a 40%. But Mulan is the only one that has a 30% for this. So please change and upgrade it to the 40% so it was more balanced for everyone. 30% is really low. It's about like from 10 attack only 3. It's too many tries and loses troops if you're gonna try to attack a big castles. Number 3, let's work on it. Naya, she's way too overpowered. Change her attributes. Here's some of the suggestions that we came up with our team, and I think this is quite more fair to them. So increasing infantry attack and defense by 109.3%, summoning one Syrian each time spearman attacks, and then launch another attack with each Syrian dealing additional damage that is equal to 80.45% damage dealt by spearman. When cavalry troop attacks, there is a 40% chance of a spearman triggering assassin to directly attack cavalry by 10%. So the goal here is removing completely double damage to the cavalry. The reason why is because none of the other troops, for example, archers, has the same skill against infantry, and Cavs doesn't have the same skill against archers. So this is quite unbalanced and way too powerful skill that has been provided to the infantry unit. So let's get rid of it or add some other skills or change the balance so it was more fair and compatible against these heroes. And with this idea, you just removing one Syrian and the double damage by increasing the damage to the 80.45% plus giving additional 10% to attack the cavalry directly, which will provide them even more better opportunity against cavalry. And this way, instead of having 257 crazy insane damage, the damage will be in total 155.6. Archers will say, hey, this is still too much. We have only 125 damage. So here's the second part of the changes. So number 4 is the change in size attribute. So this hero is also overpowered, mostly when it's combined with a Naya. Rasai gives a huge defense. I would say it's almost impossible to break him just because he gives a lot of attribute to the defense type of the troops. So solution for this can be switch it to the health point. As we know, health point is not have been given to any type of the troops, which is the main problem. Only Faceless has this skill. So let's switch Rasai to the from defense to health point. And here's an idea. So increase the infantry attack and HP by 90.79%, and when affected by blood loss, Spearman converts 31.30% defense bonus to 74.97% damage dealt bonus. So at this point, you're not changing anything, so only health point. And here, meanwhile, Shieldman converts 30% attack bonus either to the health point or defense, depending on how you want to do it. And this will allow a little bit balance between the troops. It will increase infantry survivalness, which is also a main problem because the health point for the infantry is a big deal. And also archers will have a higher chance and better chance to counter the infantry. And I think this is pretty good idea, and let me know if you agree below on the comment or tell me more about your idea if you have some. So number 5 is a new skill for the war machines. We all know that the troops such as cavalry, infantry and the archers has a skill such as a rush, pike wall and a volley, which War Machine doesn't have, and which was the main problem why they go down after the update. All those skills increased really high, and now if you the War Machines want to go again, this skill it's a completely lose, guys. No matter what hero or stats you have, these skills will make a huge damage and provide the higher attributes to the owner. So with our team, we created a new skill. You can call it preliminary bombarder. Again, this was idea from 506 Kingdom Corbin. You can contact him if you need more details about this skill. So it turns catapult shells into explosive ones while increasing damage of the attacking type of the troops and increasing catapult attack to a certain percentage. So let me break down a little bit. So this skill will help to the catapult increase the damage against attacking type of the troops, which is horses, archers and T11 or spearmen. And including to this, they can increase the catapult attack to a certain percent to give additional bonus of the damage. This will help them to make more damages, and even if they're gonna lose a lot. So, or make something similar to the skills that like rush, pike wall, or volley. So number 6 is adjust War Machine's hero stats. I know this is kind of hard job, but still War Machines at the moment is really useful type of the troops. So if you want to play War Machines, you need to be really rich and careful guy, because even with the maximum stats it will be really hard to fight against the spenders. So here's some solutions that has our team created. So for the pan, what we suggest is increase it to the 100 percentage. I know it's kind of a lot due to the fact that the catapults has their own higher balance and attacks than other troops, but compared to other heroes that has 109 or 112 or 109 percentage, and 90 percentage is too low, so make it around 100 and defense to 100. This will provide more little bit balanced between other troops. Plus the next thing is the Cho. Give it attack and the health point for around 80 or maybe 85 percentage, and this will provide and keeps the Cho on his skill level, because now by providing health point you're not trying to defense rams, so it will just help you to make them a little bit longer to survive, and once they die they activate their own skills and make additional damage. At this moment the health problem also really big problem for the war machines users, because the skills, all this stuff doesn't give enough to protect themselves. And again, 80% is too low. Make it 90 percentage or 95, like other heroes has. Even 90 will work, or at least make it 85. This will help little bit balance out these heroes and make some amount of the injuries bring it to the people, so they could also return and play with war machines as they were enjoying before. We don't have a lot of ideas for the war machines, because we couldn't find a lot of users and people who can give us more idea. So if you're watching this video and you have a perfect idea, please comment below. I will pin your video. I will pin your comment, and we can talk more about it, or we'll make additional video again about war machines. So we also request adjust all war machines heroes, so they had a chance against infantry and other types of troops, by which I mean that the most type of the troops, such as the Gideon, Faceless, or Kevin, these all troops are the secondary type of the troops, which are also powerful and are eligible for the non-spenders, while the war machine doesn't have such an opportunity. Their secondary heroes are really weak. They give only attack and only damage. They don't have a combination of the troops, so it's quite dead and useless type of the heroes. Please update them and make them more interesting and give them power back so people could play with it. So this is all what we want to talk about in this video. If you have any question or if you agree with the changes, please let us know in the comments. If you have a more idea, please write it down, share with your friends. Let everyone know about this video so we could reach out to the developers team. And if you are from a developer team, please leave a comment below about what you think on these changes. We really are interested on your opinion and ideas to make even more balanced environment for the players. Thank you for everyone. Have a wonderful day.